Hi there and welcome back everybody to another Airport CEO, and my name is Laura Ashcroft aka the Eye. So in the last episode we was really busy. We managed to get up 2 runways all set up and ready to go, with some extra areas here, okay, for the stands. Okay, and we got quite a lot of staff as well employed within the airport itself. So in this episode, but before we go into that, if you're not already subscribed, please do click on the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell so you can then be notified when we upload a brand new video. So in this episode, okay, we are actually going to be sorting out all our red zones, okay, for this to then be sorted. Literally you can only really do it over the literally the walkways, the several crossings only. So let's actually just zoom into this bit here a bit more. Okay, and then we actually got this then here all sorted and all yummy dummy. So yeah, literally we are going to be doing this here. Okay, all this here is actually being connected up all three into the above area there, and if not, that is perfectly fine, because we can easily, if we need to, pop up to this section here and turn this section into the part what we need in. So just to make sure with that, what we are going to be doing is we are actually going to be then placing a extra bit here, just to make sure, with a medium runway there and there. This is just to allow us to be able to get up there with our red area, which we actually needing to do, which is our secure area part here. This is just to make sure that everything's all linked up properly and everything's all sorted, which is definitely very much important to try and do. So we are then just going to pop that into there like that. Okay, and we've actually got that there. So let's actually just zoom into here. There we go. So we've actually got all these here all ready to go, all sorted, so we can then actually start building up the area, okay, to what we're actually wanting to get to. So what we are going to do as well, just to make sure that we are covered with this, we are actually just going to do a basic cut up there as well, just to make sure that we are actually covered with all the secure zoning which we're needing for the airport to run sufficiently. So we are then going to sort out all our doors first, because the doors are extremely important in this. So this is what we're going to then do. So based on all these red sections here, we actually need to bring down the first red section here, just to allow this to work properly. And then what we have here is, let's have a look here. Oh yes, that's it. So we actually need to just put 2 into this section here for this, and that's why that is that there. So we can actually place 2 doors there, rotate this around and chuck that one into there as well. Then just finish off these bits here, because these are very much important to get those put in as a extra little thing. Now we have got access to all these here now, so we've actually got all our bits here sorted, and we've also got all the necessary building sorted as well, hopefully. So we're then just going to chuck in then the boarding desks. So we are actually going to go one there, one there, one there, one there, and we're then just going to whip straight across with these like so, and we're then just going to then place that one there. So we've actually got two in one area there like so, and that's perfectly fine. So we can actually get that then built up as then needed. So when these are actually all built, so we can actually just put this onto a fast forward as quickly as possible. So we are actually then going to go into the comedy, go into here. So we've actually got so first of all, what we do need to try and get is actually some executives. So we're needing a CFO, a CIO, a COO, a HR director, a procurement director, and a strategy director. So we're going to get all those in place, ready to go. Now with ER, we've actually then started to get all our airlines in now. So we're actually then going to sign up a couple of airlines for this to get this ready. Now we will just place that onto there. So we do actually need to make sure that we've got everything all leveled out properly, and making sure that we've got everything all sorted. So what we are going to do now is that we are actually going to connect up all our little bits here. So third to the fourth, to our fifth, to our sixth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then to our number 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. Then to our 8th, which is this one here. To our 9th, which is this one. And then to number 10, which is this one here. So that is all now being sorted, okay. And we can then start turning on the passenger plane area here. So we can then deal with all this here straight away. So we've actually now got 10 stands now, okay, which is perfectly fine. So we may need some extra bits and bats to be brought in, ready to go. And for some reason that is not wanting to. Oh yes, that's it there. So we actually need to then sort this bit out here like this, okay, and that is then all sorted out there perfectly. And we're then just going to just repair all our areas there fully. Boarding desk not connected. There we go, and we've got all our boarding desks there. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, and that is then perfectly fine there. So we're actually needing to get some more people, some more staff in. So we're then just going to pop onto a staff here, go into our passenger service agents, okay, and we're then just going to pop those in straight like that. And we then also need to get our security officers as well. So I think we're actually needing maybe like a couple more maybe. There we go. And then we need to go into our operations and then set out our ramp agents. Okay, and we're then just going to wait for these then to then get on and do its job. So what we do need to do, okay, we've actually got our shuttle buses, okay, but we do actually need to make sure that we've got these here named as appropriately, just to make sure. Bus 2, bus 3, no, and no, go away. so yeah, bus 4, bus 5, bus 6, bus 7, bus 8, so 9, there we go, and bus 10. I actually missed one there. Okay, so no, we do not want a delay. Go away. Definitely do not want to delay, because that is one thing we cannot afford to do, is actually delay all our flights. Now we will have to sort this out here like this, okay, and then we just pop into there and then go into our A side one. So we're actually going to put this into bus 1, bus 2, bus 3, bus 4. For some reason this is not all laid out properly, so bus 5, bus 6, bus 7, bus 8, bus 9, and bus 10. Okay, and then we're then going to go on to our service ones here, and we're actually going to have 6 of these, okay, and we're then going to actually get 4 more of these as well, just to make sure everything is all up to the necessary standard for this reason. Now we can actually go over and then buy the extra bit of land, okay, so we've got all the buses there ready to go, we've got our vehicles ready to go, so yeah, that is perfectly fine. So everything's all coming in properly, we're getting all the fuel, they're going to pop into the depot unit there for that, and that is then perfectly fine. So we're actually pretty much all on the way with this. Now we are actually needing now to get some more security officers in, okay, and let's get some more administrators in. We're then going to pop into operations, pop into this area here, and then what we are going to be now doing right here with this is then a floor construction permanent. Okay, so we got then terminal floor, stairs, escalator, conveyor belt, escalator, jetway and stand update. So that's what we're then going to be now doing very quickly. Or we can then do a project group, which will then only take about 6 hours to do. So we're actually going to do that there straight away. Get that there, okay, and get this one here working straight away, okay, and that is then there. So what we are going to then actually consider for doing is actually to then build, so we're actually needing for floor construction permanent, so we can actually then build our VIP lounge area up here, with then a private entrance into this section here. But what I do need to do, which is actually quite important, is actually to make sure I've got some seating area here in the section here. Okay, and this is what we are going to do here very quickly. Okay, and we're then just going to place some seating into these areas here. So literally just get all this seating area all built up and ready to go. Now that is perfectly fine as it is there, but we can actually place some extra seating in this area here as well, so that's what we're then going to do. But we do need to get some cleaners for definite here. So we are going to go into tab, go back up to the staff, then get some cleaners because you don't want a messy airport. So we're just going to get some cleaners in straight away and there. So let's just double check on this here. Right, that's all done. So let's then go for our group projects. Okay, and we then just go from there. Okay, just lower this one down. Now we can actually do a second lot of research because we've actually opened up our second area. So we can actually now go and do night flights. Okay, so we can actually go for a night flight area as well. Okay, so we've got plenty of people for this. We can now do 2 lots of groupings now. Okay, so what we can now do is, and now it's actually, no, we do not want a delay, and no, we do not want to delay. Delays cost money, and delays which we cannot afford to have at this moment of time, because delays is really quite silly, to be honest with you. So we're actually going to buy this one here, okay, this piece of land here, buy, and we can then actually now start expanding, okay, our terminal to over here and place some big medium aircraft. Now to do our medium aircraft area, we need a medium runway, so we've only got a small one. Now the only problem is, okay, by placing the medium runway, it is quite a long one, so we do need to initially buy this one up here as well. So that is actually quite important for that. So if we pop into economy and actually then go into the fees, now that we've actually got this, okay, I'm actually going to put this up to 600 on the small aircraft. On the medium aircraft we can actually then go up to 1800. Every aircraft, right, we could just wait for now. A small stand parking fee is actually going to go up to 250. Medium stand parking fee is then going to go up to 380 when we got them in. The fuel, currently we're charging $2 per litre, so we're actually going to put that up to 250, and the jet fuel, which we are actually going to be putting up to around about 7. Catering meals, okay, we haven't got that in just yet, and de-icing we haven't got in just yet. The vending machines we haven't got in yet. Okay, but we can actually up this up to $20 for the passenger handling fee. Okay, and then also the baggage handling fee as well, we can actually put up to 14. Short-term parking fee we can actually put up to 15, and also up to $7 on the long-term parking fee as well. So we just whip those up there very quickly. Now what we do need to do here is actually just extend this over to 90 minutes because we are missing a lot of the issues with that, which is not good at all. We can't be missing and journeys because that's just horrible and that's really bad. So this one here, it's got to be a no. Okay, it's got to go. There's no feasible way that we can actually delay that, so we do need that delaying as quickly as possible. But what I will say is that we do actually need to just chop this one off here. General elevation, we just physically cannot do that. Okay, we needing that sorting quickly as possible. So now we've actually got the top part now. Okay, so we should be able to then go into hopefully our A lounge area there. Okay, so we do have to just keep this here as our main customer one here, as best as possible for this reason. So hopefully that it should be then all running smoothly. It's only this one way is for these here. Oh, this one here is for these here as well. So hopefully that will then bring it up quite nicely for that reason. So hopefully we then shouldn't have no more issues with that, because we've actually changed the timing about 80 minutes between each flight, just to make sure that it's all done perfectly, and that's what we're actually wanting to do. So we can actually put back up into operations and back onto the R&D. Okay, so let's then go with our baggage handling, okay, project, and let's then go with our advanced runway lighting, okay, because that's actually one of those things what we do need eventually. So we've actually got one person left on that one there, so we can just knock this down. Okay, it doesn't really matter about how many we've actually got into that section there, right? That's perfectly fine, because we can always, if we needed to, we can always hire more staffing. Speaking of that, we can actually easily do that now. So we can just pop back into here, and we can then just put those extra bits there. Now with that, okay, we do need to make sure we've actually got enough desk gear for the reception staff, for the administration staff, because that is so important to make sure that we've actually got the staff numbers there. And this is why we've actually opted for leaving some gaps like this for us just to place more staffing in if then needed. So this is what we're then going to do. Okay, and we're then just going to place these extra staff desks into there, so we then got more area then for the administration staff to go and do their job for that. So we should actually have that about 2, 4, 6, 7, 14, 28, about 35 there. So we haven't got that many administration staff for that, but literally these here are perfectly fine. It's going to literally just manage through really well, and that's what we're hoping for there. So this is actually going to be quite a busy kind of time, this is, because we've got all these here coming in, and this is going to be quite astonishing. We can actually go up to like 335 flights per day with that, but of course we can't really do much more. So this is where it's actually going to be quite a fun situation to actually be in. So I may have to delay or to a certain period, but hopefully we don't have to, because everything is then all going to go on properly. Everybody can get onto the planes quickly, and that's what we're actually wanting. So so this one here is actually going into number 1, so hopefully that will then allow it to then go into there. So bus 1, yes, that's fine, and yes, that's fine. Because for some reason for some reason this is not actually working out as well as what I wanted to. So I may have to do something quite radical right now with this. So I may have to actually just sort this out as best as possible. So we may actually just have to build a terminal foundation just to bring this along to here. But of course we can't do nothing because we're waiting for these to be taken off. So we can easily just do it like that there, get that built as quickly as possible, and then we can then just pop that down like that there. Yes, that's fine, do that. Let's do that. Okay, and then we're then just going to get that done there straight away very quickly. So the only reason why that we're actually doing it like this right now is for us to try and get this done as best as possible. So we will probably need to have like a couple extras down here for this, because for some reason they can't seem to get over onto this section for some reason. I don't know why that is, but what we will do just to make sure with this is we are going to just maybe put like an extra couple of bits like that in there, just seeing that if that actually works, because if that then works then that's great, because then we'll be able to then get that sorted then. Oh, and there we go. They're all going through now. So that's quite a helpful situation to be in at this moment of time. Which is actually quite annoying, considering that I just spent like nearly 50,000 on getting that sorted out there. But well, that is perfectly fine. Literally, that is perfectly fine, because what we can do actually, we can just put that back into there like that there. Get the medium. Get the medium crosswalk again. Yeah, for definite like that. Or we can actually get the small one. Let's just give this a rotate like that there. There we go. That's perfect, that is. So we can actually easily do it like that if we have to. That's fine. It looks a bit messy, but of course we could actually change this around if they're needed. We've got extra bits here as well. But that's then perfect actually for what we're wanting to do now, and that is actually to go up to the next section. But what we are going to do here very quickly is actually let's have a look here. Let's go with this one here. Let's get this one, and then let's get what do we want to do here? Actually, let's go with this one here. Okay, let's chuck our 5 onto there very quickly, 1 onto there, knock that down and wrap that up to the necessary amount there, just to get those done extremely quickly. So we should be alright now for our flights. Everything's working fine, hopefully. So there shouldn't be no issues. We've got a perfect amount of time in between each one. It's 90 minutes between each flight, so we've got a genuine movement forward for that. Now we do actually need to research the medium section, the medium runway for this. So that's what we're actually going to be doing now today. We may have to actually buy the next plot of land for this one, for us to then have that actually operating properly, to then allow us to do that. So we've got a conveyor belt. We are actually trying to get the airline lounges here. So we are probably just going to be doing a lot of the building up on all this research, to be honest with you, to allow us to do that. And then to be honest with you, we're actually making quite a lot of money at this moment of time as well, so quite a few £1,000 now every single day. So hopefully this year will then actually go down for 512, so we can actually start making money as quickly as possible without actually having to be into overall the red amount. So to be honest with you, this kind of game today, so we've actually got our shops. That is amazing. So we've got a shop counter for shelving and all this here as well. So we've got like basic shelving, pedestals and everything else. So this is actually our shop 1, which we've actually gone for. So let's just actually pop back onto here again, and let's then go into franchise cafes. We've got our franchise shops, and then let's go for our medium aircraft, which takes 24 hours to do. So let's just wrap these up here, and let's just do these ones here as well, and one more there for that. So here we've efficiency 79%, current output 8% reduction, and it's a 5% operations cost reductions as well. So we are actually looking at a really awesome situation there. Now we could actually go for the salary output there and reduction, so we can actually cut down on our salary costs, which is also quite important for this as well, especially for us to make money. So we do actually need to just remember, we need to carry on improving everything through as we're going along here. And so what we are going to do, we're going to upgrade, add the approach lights. Okay, so we got that now done. So we've actually got the approach lights now ready, and we're also then going to do that as well. So that's like 20,000 there straight away. But what we are going to do, we are actually going to buy this other piece of land here for this to work as best as possible. And so down here we've actually got our overall average here with everything. So we're actually needing to get recent airline aircraft opinion of turnaround services that relevant to them, for sample refueling if aircraft fuel is slow, or baggage handling, catering, cleaning if appropriate, improved by offering more or all turnaround services. So we're actually going to be trying to do that there as quickly as possible. Terminal quality, recent passenger opinion of the quality of the objects in the terminal. We're actually around about 25% there. So we actually need to try and do whatever we can actually do here as well. So what we are going to do, right, so we've actually now got the restaurants. Okay, so I think really actually for today's episode it's actually just more about trying to get all the necessary parts what we're actually trying to do. So let's actually go with belt loader, large aircraft permanent, 2 days from that one, 12 hours. For fuel, let's go with, okay, let's go with this one here. So this one here allows us for staff production boost, marketing, passenger satisfaction boost, reduce object time. Concrete runway, foundation roads, cleaning and etc. there as well. Completed projects, so this is all the projects here and what we've actually done so far. So let's just have a look here. So let's go into productive maintenance, which is quite important. So here we've actually going to then get some service engineers. So the service engineers are actually quite important because they're actually going to help to keep things actually all level and etc. So it shouldn't then be too bad with that. So we've actually now got a medium asphalt and also a medium asphalt stand as well. So that is all pretty much there. So for restaurants and cafes, okay, so we've actually got all the restaurants, cafes, the counters, mediums and the small sandwiches, snacks. I will probably just stick with these kind of things here, and beer tap and etc. Display fridges and food counters, cashiers, areas and food room area there as well. So we could actually, until we actually get this airline lounges, okay, we do actually need to do other research as well for this. So hopefully we are going to get that there as quickly as possible. But we do actually need just to check our emails very quickly here. So we've got 93 operational. So let's have a look here. So infrastructure fees, total income, so over $1 million. Construction there, okay, that's perfectly fine. So hopefully we should be able to slowly build up all this here as needed. So we're actually really quite chuffed with all this here. So we've actually got our lights coming in there, and we can actually extend this over, okay, by actually going over fully then down into another little area here. So now that we've actually got this top part here, let's go very quickly into here. Okay, I don't know how much of the funds that is there, so we can actually just do that there. Wow, okay, that is quite astonishing, that is. So we're actually going to just build this up here a bit slowly. So what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be leaving it there for this episode. We've actually done quite a lot, so we bought 2 lots of land there. We fixed all this situation up here. We fixed up all the planes coming in. Okay, we've got an auto planner all in place for it, so hopefully we can actually do whatever we need to then do for that. So yeah, we're actually definitely quite a way with that. So we do actually need to try and do the flight and capacity as well. So we are actually going to try and do that. Why aren't you not be able to? Okay, so we actually need to try and do a video, so we can actually do that as a staff only entrance into there, and for this actually as a the passenger. So I must admit, we are actually slowly building all this back up again. We have actually got actually quite a lot of money actually coming in on that one right now. So what we can do actually, if we can, because it's only like 5,000, let's actually just get this here actually leveled out as quickly as possible here, just by doing like a couple of these escalators going up, and so we can actually get these built very quickly. So yeah, so practically that's said and done, everyone. We are going to leave it there for now. So thank you very much to each and every single one of you for joining us. Please don't forget to subscribe down at the bottom below, and also turn on the notification bell, and also please don't forget to follow us on our social media as well, and also through our Patreon. So thank you all, and I will catch you on the next episode. Ciao for now.